Well, it seems from me, from my viewpoint, and we deal with people every day who are looking for money to do things. I mean, the number one thing is probably getting out of debt and paying their bills. But the number two, and probably a shot for number one, is buying a home or fixing up a home. So let me give you examples of the kind of programs that are out there, because they're different in every city and every county. The programs are different. So you have to find what's available in your area. And I'll give you a list of places to check to know how to find that. But first, I want to show you the kinds of things to ask for. I mean, you just don't go ask for, oh, I need money to buy a house. I want a grant, the biggest grant possible to buy a house. You can't do that, because they're all operating under a different set of circumstances and things. You have to find out what is out there, what the government's trying to give money for, and how you can use that, to your advantage. And so that means almost not asking for a grant, but asking for help to buy a home and seeing what they have to help you. Now, here's some examples I'll have. And all the lists that I'm talking about, the links and everything will be in the description below if you're watching this. Okay, here's what's going on in Ohio. They have a program now that will give people to fix up their exterior. That's all. They have $3,000 grant to fix up their exterior homes. And this, there's usually income requirements. Every grant has different income requirements. I don't know if you saw my video earlier today. People making $130,000 or more get their, like 10% of all their income to get at 100 to $1 million is paid by government grants. So everybody's eligible for something, okay? But so that's why you have to look for you. Okay, property tax assistance. They have money to pay grant money to pay your property taxes so nobody forecloses on your house. Now that's sort of neat. There's also something called community reinvestment area rate abatement. Sometimes when you fix up a house, then it makes it more expensive and they gotta pay taxes. Well, you don't hear if they have this option. So that's an interesting thing. There's a home repair program for older Americans who need emergency repairs or home modifications. Everything from home repairs, carpentry, steps, guardrails, heating systems, hot water tank, kitchen and bathroom accessory modifications, plumbing issues, or severely deteriorated. Well, old homes, that happens. Old people, that happens too. And I know that. Well, here's an interesting one. In Long Beach, they're giving $25,000 for people to buy a home. And it just went up from $20,000. And when they first opened this, they have enough money to give it to 100 people. And only like 20 people applied. So that's why, see, these things come and go. So you have to be there, more or less on the forefront to make sure you don't get left out in the cold. Okay, here's a block grant. Now, block grant, community development block grant, is what the money is called that comes from Washington and then goes to the local office, a local county or city or state. And here's one in Wisconsin. They using the community development block grant to give you a big down payment. So you got a super, you need $50,000 to $100,000 or something like that as a down payment. They'll give you that, but it's not really give. They don't charge you any interest. They don't charge you any payments. So it's like a grant because you don't have to pay anything back. Well, you have to pay the money back, but you only pay it back when you sell the house. So by the time you sell a house, you're going to live in there for a long time. It'll be increase in value, right? And you'll have money to pay that off. So that's sort of neat. Here, also, there's another interesting program here that people got money during like the hurricane, and they get money to fix up their house. Now, for some reason, down in Louisiana, what they're doing is the government's coming back to get their grant money. And this is like years later. Well, some smart homeowners got together and sued the government back and won. So that is really precedence. The government can't come back and claw back, that grant money that gave you to fix up your home. So that's something to know about. So you don't have to, you can sleep better at night, not thinking that, oh, the government's going to come and take my house away because they gave me money and they want it back. No, no, no. Okay, here's another one. Now this is in Michigan, and this is a great program in Michigan for home repair. It's called MI Hope, and it just opened up when do I see that? Oh, the deadline is for April 1. So you got to apply if you're Michigan a lot. Now, here's what it does. It's grants to pay for upgrades such as a roof, window emplacements, HVAC, you know, heating and air conditioning system, electrical and appliance upgrades, and storm door installation and more. But wait. But wait, Harry, there's more. I don't know what the more is, but you know what I mean. So that's it. See, this is another, and this is in counties and state areas here. And that's a lot of money. Okay, here's another one. Number 7 on my list here, and that you'll see in the bottom of the report. This is Florida. Just gave up $200 million for people in Florida to fix up their home. Wow. I mean, and what you get is $10,000 to fix up your home and a free home inspection, because what they want your home to be a little safer for hurricanes and everything else that happens down in Florida. So they want to give you 10 grand to make it safer in hurricanes, and that reduces your insurance cost for home insurance, so that you get that reduced, and that's sort of cool. Okay, speaking of earthquakes, I was just thinking of storms, but California gives you $3,000 to fix your house, retrofit your house for earthquakes, because they get them and rumbles and stuff like that. So you get $3 grand to do that. And what this program does, it's open once every month. I mean, every year it opens and then closes in 30 days. So that's why no matter when it is, you probably, come up for the next one if you're in there, not for this one. So it's something to know about no matter what time of year it is, because it's going to come again. Okay, now here's something very interesting, and a lot of people don't know. There's something called the Federal Home Loan Bank Board. And this, in Indiana, they're giving seminars about a grant that the Federal Home Loan Bank Board has. But see, you don't go apply for money from the bank board. You apply from the grant from a local bank who gets the money from the bank board, and they could give you a grant. They have grants now for $20,000 to give it up. So, I mean, and they cover the country, but it's sort of different programs, and every different state has different programs. Actually, it's usually a bunch of states. There's about 7 Federal Home Loan Bank boards, regional ones, that give grant money and other low-interest money to local banks to give grants to people. Now, here are the listing of the organizations to contact when you're looking for money for housing or fixing up a house or anything. Okay, and this link, all the links, you don't have to pay me a nickel, you just see the links below. One is HUD.gov/counseling, make an appointment with a housing counselor. And again, they really aim at low to middle income people, but they really have to help everybody, so no matter what income you are, I would call anyway. Then another nonprofit organization called NeighborWorks.org. And they do the same thing. They have grant money and training and everything, all free. You're not going to pay them anything. Now, here's another interesting place, is the NCSHA. That is the State Housing Authority, Financial Assistance Authority for houses in your state. Find your state and ask about their programs. Then the other one I have here is the Federal Home Loan Banks. Okay, you have to call them. Okay, and you have to go to this link, find the regional where you live, and then contact them. And on the internet, you can see the kind of programs they have. And then you have to find out what local bank has those programs. Habitat for Humanity, habitat.org. Wonderful place. You get a house half price. But you got to put in sweat equity and put in some time to do that. So, but that's interesting. And then USDA Rural Development, and that's rd.usda.gov. They have wonderful programs there. I mean, you could get a house for like $1 in your pocket and money to fix it up and all kinds of things. And don't forget to go to findhelp.org. Findhelp.org, and put in housing and see what's there and start calling those people. Then put up home repair and see what's there and start calling up those people. See, there's so much money out there for free. People don't know. So you go to Google and you'll find people that want to charge you for something because you don't hear your options and they sound nice and they know how to sell you money. You don't stand a chance with them, so just don't go there. Go to these sources first, and if you don't want to even download those sources, then just go to findhelp.org, look for housing, home repair, and start there. The best stuff in life is free, but you have to know about it. Nobody tells you about it. And that's what we do at Let's Go Help. Just do that all day long. And I'm going to do that for another 10, 15 years, as long as I got breath in this stupid little body I'm in. And everybody that works for me, all we're there is to try to help you find a great alternative that will help you solve your financial problem for free. You know, and when you pay $20 to join, it's a monthly fee, and we never charge anything more. And if for some reason you think we ripped you off or something, you're always welcome to your money back. Don't worry about that. Just want you to learn about this system, because you can learn it for the rest of your life for anything you want to do in life. Not only buy a house, but get out of debt, start a business, start a new career, anything. There's programs up the yingy there. But you don't know. And we also give our own grants, $75,000 every month. Now, you're not going to find that anymore, anywhere, except here.